scrubland. The cows over there. Mr. Phil. But you always know what Phil's going to do. Usually a wheelie. And a nice one at that. Old road train and a new road train right next to each other. Oversized. Yep, story checks out. Certainly is. Alright, here we are rolling into Blackall. Home of the Black Stump, apparently, and anything west of the Black Stump is considered the outback, supposedly. Sparkall and Blackall, I'll tell you that for a fact. But we did stay at the Coolabah Hotel last time. They did a humongous steak. Pretty good, but they had no rooms in the inn tonight, so we're rolling somewhere else. Trucks in the outback, you think, oh yeah, that's a big truck. Nah, that is a big truck. That is a road train. Want a little bucket for your excavator? Crikey, mate. That's a tip truck. Crikey. Yeah, that was back in, I don't know, Tambo, I think, yesterday. So, morning of day 3, we're just heading up to the Blackall sign, and then I'm going to suggest we go to the Black Stump. Anything west of here is considered the outback. So, this is literally where the Black Stump is. See what the boys think. And then today we're heading to tick another corner off the box for me to Haddon Corner. So that'll be cool.
Channel country? Oh, with the water flows.
Yeah, so that's, I don't know if you're on your map, but you see all the channels. That's what it refers to.
On the Gaia map, hang on, let me just fire it up.
So we've gone past all those floodways.
Yeah.
Those are all like channels that all this water runs down and ends up in Lake Eyre.
Good. Plenty of goats. Usually pretty good around the roads. Unlike kangaroos. Other things. There's a goat been hit. That is unusual. Piece of a car. Another goat. Last night there was some action on that road. I will name this Goat Road. Little detour while they're building a bridge by the look of it. Yep. Can't remember. I actually think this detour was here last time as well. creeks. So we're in channel country now, which means that water comes down from the far north Queensland, flows all the way here down to Lake Eyre in South Australia. So time for a pee. So this is Emmett, which used to be obviously a railway line, maybe an ending, although no, I think it goes up to Eureka. And basically there was a sign up there that said ice cream. Pretty flat and boring out here, and then Eureka is this lookout up here. So come up and see what we can see from up top. The view. Wonder if there's Optus here. Okay, so this is the first video of the trip from Neil's new drone. It's a DJI Mavic Air Pro something or other, and it is cinematic and amazing quality. So yeah, last time Neil had the FPV drone where you could go a little bit faster, but you were looking through the goggles and they took a long time to set up. This was an awesome setup. Neil could just get it out, fold out the 4 arms, fire it up, put it down, get it up, and take some amazing videos. So thanks, Neil, for doing that for us and for sharing your videos with us so we could put them into your videos. We'll link to Neil's one when he does it, of all his drone stuff. Good piloting too, I've got to say, by Neil. So yeah, this was the Eureka lookout. Eureka, which is where the train line ended back in the day. It's the Eureka Hotel. Pulling out a Eureka first emu for the trip. So there's another one running across. Oh, there's a couple of chicks, a couple of little chicks. There he is, the other one. There we go. Can't get much more outbacky than that. Let's see, will he cross the road? Why would he not? Of course he will. So 170 k's to Windorah. It's 1 o'clock. We'll be there before 3, gas up, get some extra gas, find out if they got gas in Betoota, and then head off. Emus doing emu things. Yeah, run over, run back. Yeah, you guys go that way, I'll go that way, and now I'll go back that way. Alrighty dokey. bits of this, kind of as far as the eye can see. So check that. Cooper's Creek, cutting and removing trees prohibited. So that's the old crossing down there. New bridge. Well, they get some water through. When they get water through here. So this floods like regularly every couple of years, if not at least it's very close every year. And it might not have rained here that year, but it did rain up north. And last time I came through here, it was green as all little wildflowers. It's picturesque. Adventure riding, you gotta love it. So this is Windorah, and yesterday afternoon, see you out there hopefully, yesterday afternoon we pulled into Windorah to get some fuel as we normally do, and lo and behold, there's diesel. No problem. Do you think there's petrol? Well, apparently there's a dispute going on, and the fuel station was closed. So none of us had enough range to get to Betoota, and we also didn't know if there was fuel in Betoota because they just had a car rally and stuff. And if you recall last time, we actually got stuck in Betoota for 3 days, 2 nights. So we're all in the same predicament as 3 other riders who pulled in, and the poor publican over there was just beside himself because he's been, it's Sunday now, since Wednesday when this dispute happened with the lady who leases the shop, who came over to stop them from opening it to serve people. They had been running backwards and forwards 100 kilometres up the road to get tins of fuel for stranded riders. So a Ram V8 came in towing a caravan who also needed fuel, and they very nicely took us to, well, sorry, took our fuel bladders, each of us has a fuel bladder, into Junda, 100 k's each way, and filled them up for us. So we're heading to Betoota that has fuel. We would not make it to Birdsville by any stretch. We're heading to Betoota, and hopefully we all make it, but if we don't, the 2 riders on BMWs that are behind us there have a litre or 2 each left in their drums, because they're running drums, not bladders. And if any of us run out, then whoever's got the most range showing on their bike will zip into Betoota and come back with a bladder and rescue whoever it is. But at least this way we're going in the right direction towards Birdsville and Big Red, etc., etc. and not having to backtrack 100 kilometres and then come back 100 kilometres to Windorah and add 200 k's and 2 hours just to go get some fuel, and then still have 100 k's less range by the time you get back. Adventure riding. But we had a lovely meal last night, and there are worse things than being stranded at a pub. Being stranded not at a pub. So it's a brisk morning, but it's been lovely weather, and like I say, we're going in the right direction. Check back in when anything happens. It passes for a point of interest out here. This pointer will direct you to view the hole through the hill. Wow. Okay. Let's see. Yep, there's a hole through that hill, all right. Story checks out. All right. Wow. Situation update. Here we are. I'm not sure if this is the Birdsville Development Road or the Birdsville Oil Field Road. Anyway, it's one of those. So we're heading to Betoota, and according to all of our fuel calculations, because we've been good boys and sat down, conserved fuel as much as we can, looks like we'll all make it in to Betoota, where last time we got stuck for 3 days and 2 nights, and this time, because they have fuel, I think I'll buy a t-shirt there as well. I would have bought one in Windorah where we got stuck last night, but they were those nylon fishing kind of shirts with graphics all over them, and I start sweating the moment I look at those synthetic things. So yeah, won't hurt to have another Betoota shirt for the collection if they've got an orange one. So I don't think we're going to need the assist from the guys on the BMWs. The old gents are behind us. They've got a couple of litres each left in their jerrys in case one of us ran short and needed it. But so far, so good. A few new culverts and bits and bobs. This road is very dependent on, you know, the traffic, when the last time it rained, and then when they graded it after that rain, and then if they got any traffic after that put big grooves in it. But it's actually in pretty good nick at the moment. Not too dusty, not too grooved up, and there's a couple of wet spots in places. Easy to see. They go quite dark. So we've been making good time, and yeah, I mean, it's different out here, you know. These dark rocks that come up on the top of these plains, quite interesting. When the sun reflects on them, they're almost like they're polarized or something. Yeah, you just zig and zag with your butt. You know, you keep an eye on the track, even when I'm looking around, just to make sure that you don't bang off a rock and end up with a puncture. So yeah, just always keep an eye out for loose rocks. So Planet Arabari is the easy way to Inaminka, and we're talking about doing the Cordillo Downs track.
Downs, yep.
They both end up at Inaminka. Cordillo Downs is much more rustic and adventurous.
Yeah, that sounds way better.
Yeah, But basically we're about, I don't know, 90 k's from the turnoff to Betoota, Windorah 164 back where we just came from. And yeah, 2 different ways to get to Inaminka from here or further up. So, new road going in.
Look at those beautiful machines. Adventure weapons.
And we're all going to make it by the look of our displays. We've all been doing a bit of an economy run. Neil's just lightening up his load.
Really, when you think about it, we only lost a few hours, really. I mean, had we not have...
Well, no, we would have gone to Haddon Corner.
Yeah, but had we not had the, what we're now affectionately referring to as the Windorah fuel crisis, we would have gone to Haddon Corner.
That's right.
It's probably put us, in the grand scheme of getting to Birdsville, maybe half a day behind.
Yeah.
Maybe not even half a day, 4 hours.
Well, yeah, but we're not going to be able to do Haddon Corner.
No.
So.
Do we have accommodation booked tonight, though,
Yeah.
do we? So we're...
We got to go to Birdsville.
Booting it to Birdsville, yeah.
Yeah. No choice.
All right, now that Neil's come over, we'll have to take another selfie.
Just stare at each other, fucking. Yeah, we've got 2 nights booked there, so we don't want to burn that.
Alright, so we're up here at Dion's Lookout, and Neil's followed us up with the drone. Okay, so this is Dion's Lookout, and it's on the way from where we pulled up, where Planet Arabarri Road turns off, on the way to the Betoota turnoff. So just a good example of Neil's new drone, and cut a little bit out in the middle here, but you know, even though you're on a trip where you're trying to get places, you also have to stop and look around and do things, and you know, enjoy the ride as well. I mean, after the disappointment of not being able to tick Haddon's Corner off, you know, we were still on track to get out, play around in the Simpson. You know, we're still on track to make the trip a good trip. So, like I say, it's important to still look around and enjoy your scenery, and you know, make sure that you're taking advantage of everything while you're out there, because it's a long way to get out there. You know, to get out to the outback, unless you just want to jump on highways and, you know, go as fast as you can and get out there. But, you know, you really, when you're doing this kind of trip, you know, you plan it far in advance, and, you know, things change. I mean, that's just the nature of adventure riding. But, yeah, you still got to get out, look around, stop, take the time to do things, enjoy it, and you know, appreciate this massive country of ours and all the different things in it. I mean, pretty impressive drone flying here by Neil, I've got to say. He's way down at the turnoff, way down in the distance in the far left from this corner. So once again, thank you, Neil, for the drone stuff. All right, so this is our triumphant return to Betoota. And Neil is flying the drone from his dashboard of his bike, and it's going to follow us in, maybe. That's the theory. There goes the drone. Release the drones! To say that Neil is low on gas would be an understatement. He's out.
So this is the first video from Neil's drone. So we just form up, trying to formation ride, and ironically, Neil's bike flames out. He was showing 0 kilometers for quite a while, for the last 10 or more kilometers. So we just push him along.
Triumph!
And then this is the second video, and while Neil was retrieving his drone, which had gone walkabouts and had a little bit of a trip off in the wrong direction once the two of us formed up on Neil. There's a tube at the bottom of our tanks, the saddle tanks that hang right down low, and it equalizes the petrol on both sides. So the stuff that was in the right-hand side dribbled over to the left-hand side where the fuel pump is, and Neil was able to fire the bike up again, get it running, and this is our return to Betoota, which happily did have fuel, as they had said that they would. So I know it's not the most exciting of videos, but still good to have a play with the follow along thing. Neil's actually guiding it from his controller, which is up on his handlebars, and prior to that he was actually directing it while he was flamed out, pulled it in his clutch and being pushed. So who says men can't multitask? So this is all done by just pressing the buttons on the video, on the drone controller, and it goes to different sides or front or back or whatever. Pretty cool bit of gear. And Neil was chuffed to have actually made it into Betoota under his own power, mostly, except for a tiny push. So yeah, pretty cool drone shots. And Betoota is a iconic and unique place. We may have stayed there a little bit long and not be so enamoured of it, but I'd say it was good to stop and have a beer and a pie. So thanks to all the staff there. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell if you want to see some more of these videos. There's a couple more coming up and a few more bits and pieces. So yeah, stay tuned.